1, 2.
All right.
Y'all know. Y'all know.
Keep it moving.
Check this out, though.
Keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving. Get them up. Y'all know what time it is. Get them up. You a true underground head, you know what this mean right here, baby. This ain't motherfucking LL Cool J. Get it up. You know what this mean. It don't mean lazy motherfucker either. Get it up. Alright?
You ready, Pray?
It don't mean...
Everybody keep your L up like that.
It don't mean nothing.
Word.
But one thing.
Big L.
Big L.
Big L.
Big L.
Big L.
Big L. Rest in peace.
One of the best.
Big L. Throw that L up in the air. We gonna have you do this shit all motherfucking night, so get used to it. Get used to it. This is for my man Big L. Word him up. Word him up.
Put your L's up. Put your L's up. Put your L's up. Put your L's up.
Big L. Coleon. My nigga C-Town. My big brother, Big Lee, holding it down. Boy, baby. For life. Big L. For my man, Big L.
Big L.
Yo, you know the game plan. C-Town, that's my main man. We never bring luggage, we go shopping when the plane lands. Still run with the same clan, used to be a Kane fan. Everything I rock is name brand. Ella make your dame swallow. Your ice don't shine and your chain hollow. Why you frontin' clubs for hours with the same bottle? Taking midget sips, I run with the richest clicks. Tap the thickest chicks, plus drop the slickest hit. You know nothing about L, so don't doubt L. What's this motherfucking rap game without L? Yo, that's like Jules without ice. That's like China without rice. Or the Holy Bible without Christ. Or the Bulls without Mike. Or crackheads without pipes. The village without dikes. Or hockey games without fights. Don't touch the mic if you ain't able to spit. Flamboyant is the label I'm with, motherfucker. Big L. Coleon. My nigga C-Town. My big brother, Big Lee, holding it down. Flamboyant, baby. For life. Big L.
Only you can stop you. What's going on, everybody? It's the Crypto Wonder from the Crypto Wonder Podcast. And let me reiterate, only you can stop you. You know? And just for, no, I'm not going to go there yet. I might give a fuckery update. But let's continue. Only you can stop you. You know, cryptocurrency, man. I mean, there's just opportunity left and right to make huge gains, and to also experience huge loss all at the same time. One, you can't have one without the other. They're both synonymous with one another. It is what it is. And in the years that I've been in this game, because it is a game, right? Just like with any other product that you use that's supposed to produce some type of economic value or financial revenue, income, whatever, you have to, quote unquote, play the game, play it smart. And I'm not taking anything serious, the serious aspect away from it. It's all serious, right? It's a serious game, though. And that's it. It's a serious game. You know? One thing I I noticed, and just like with the market, how volatile it is because human beings are volatile. People are volatile. Doesn't matter what they show you on the surface, their exterior, well, right? Their countenance. They could present some type of calm, flat affect, some type of, seem like they're steady and tranquil. Inside, they're all the way fucked up. All the way. You wouldn't know it though. You wouldn't know it. Or some may just be purely void of conscience and absolutely sociopathic and psychotic. Human beings are volatile. I don't want to hear anything about how somebody is so tranquil and peaceful. Let some real life shit get thrown at them. We're gonna see how tranquil, how calm, reserved, and serene they'll be. Let a fire. Let there be a fire right next to them. You see if they'll run or not. Yeah, human beings are volatile. Do volatile shit. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Distress is a real thing. Crisis, a real thing. That's what happens in the markets. Because you're dealing with people who can be wayward, who could be extremely disciplined, but when you face with huge, insurmountable issues, it doesn't even have to be overwhelming. But when you're faced with certain realities of life, man, things happen. You might not be as calm and reserved as you would like the world to believe. And that's your right, because why? You're human and you're imperfect and you're dealing with things in life that are beautiful and also messy. And the worst and the best is presented out of people all at the same time, synonymous with one another, all at the same time, always. And if you're in a market like cryptocurrency, they say, oh, it's so volatile. Because you're dealing with people. Let's keep things simple. You're dealing with individuals. You're dealing with individuals. I've learned so much in the years that I've been in crypto. And when I learned the most is when I've experienced mishaps and losses. That's when I've learned the most. That's when I've gained the most. It's through the losses. It's through the losses, through the mistakes. Right? Naturally, the first part of me, I want to point fingers. Want to blame, project towards other external, anything outside of me. Meanwhile, I have to look at myself. And have that ugly, difficult, hard conversation with myself to figure things out and say, oh, what could I have done different? What could I improve? What if I'm faced with the same thing? Am I going to respond the same? Am I going to do the same thing? If I'm faced with the same whatever, how am I going to react? And take it from there. There's no formula to this. Someone else's formula can work for them doesn't mean it works for everyone else. So I have to respect that. I have to respect the differences. But crypto, man, shady. Shady business. Just like in any business. Cutthroat. Brutal. It is vicious. Vicious. What do they say? It's business, not personal. And sometimes they hide everything personal under the guise of how it's business. Yeah. You find that all the time. Synonymous with one another. It's synonymous with one another. Business and personal. It's all personal. You watch how things unfold in the market among these volatile humans that claim they're not volatile. These people that think they got it going on, that they know what's happening. You watch, and it captures everybody, no matter where you fall in the hierarchy of things, from the most successful to the least successful. They're all volatile in their own way. Explosive. Right? Emotional. I've gotten emotional too many times to count. And I'm probably going to be emotional too many more times to count. So I'm not, an exception in any of this. Right? I just call it how I see it. Call things how I see it. Sometimes, like I always say, the truth disturbs, the truth hurts, the truth is something that could make you incredibly uncomfortable. But that's what promotes the change. When you're complacent, everything is whatever, status quo, you don't feel like you need to do anything, and because you're comfortable, then synonymous. You may continue to gain, you may not. You may possibly lose out on chances because you were just too comfortable. And that's what happened to me too. Many occasions I was comfortable and use that, I guess, not really use it to make decisions, but hey, it was a factor. It allowed me to say, oh no, let me not do this because I'm comfortable. Okay. I could be comfortable at my job, doesn't mean it's the best thing for me. Right? You could be comfortable at whatever you're doing, doesn't mean it's the best thing for you. Something greater could be waiting. Something greater. If you just let go of a little bit of discomfort, of that comfort, whatever is making you feel complacent, and take the risk, take the blind leap of faith. And who knows? It may go a great way. And wouldn't you be happy if it did go a great way? And then you look back and say it was worth it to go through the jeers, to go through the discomfort, to go through just shaking everything up in your world? Yeah, you would say it was all well worth it, and if you had to do it again, you would. But when you're comfortable in mind, in whatever state that you're in, and I'm not talking about location, I'm talking about your way of being, you don't want to experience new things, new chances, right? Because you feel like you don't need to. Okay. That's what happened to me. Felt like I didn't need to, and guess what? I needed to, but I talked myself out of it because I was comfortable. Talked myself out of it before I was comfortable. That's how volatile I am. I talk myself out of blessings. Okay? I'm not the only one who does this. I'm not. So, that's the deal. That is the motherfucking deal. Excuse my language, people. It's just one of those videos. / recordings / whatever you want to call it. Episode. I just give it to you like how it is. You know. I'm just at a stage, or at a point, I should say, at a point where you just have to. I personally have to reduce the overthinking. See, I'm more of a, like they say, a cerebral person, right? I've been that way for as long as I can remember. It's not really going to change, but when you overthink things, you end up not wanting to do anything, right? What they say, too much analysis creates paralysis. That's just, I'm finding that to be very true. The more time goes by. And so I don't want to be in a state of paralysis, right? No. Because how do you grow? How do you evolve? And then another thing, sometimes if you become the change you want to see, that's real. Become the change you want to see, that's real. Sometimes becoming the change you want to see means you have to really live it. Like, you have to live that. You have to live that. Betrayal is is another heavy dose of volatility that exists. You know what I mean? I remember when I first got into crypto in 2017, man. 2006, 2017. I see, I'm a man of a certain age, and my memory, I forgot what was going on. Tron wasn't a thing at this time, so it was before the summer, and a couple individuals, like, this is why I've always said when I make content on social media, like, people coming in, because I remember what I went through when I first came into the crypto space. Man, you get bombarded left and right. You get bombarded with so much information that after a while, maybe after a short while, maybe after a week, if you really try to intake, and you can't even take it all in a week, it's impossible. You begin to believe that you're well versed after a month or two, that you can speak your speech. And like, you could talk as if you're sort of like well versed, or maybe even call yourself an expert in crypto. And that's what I remember seeing in 2017, and even experiencing, but I didn't open my mouth and act like that, though. I didn't. I started to feel like, oh man, I think I got this. I think I didn't have nothing. I thought I figured it out. Like, I see how this works. I didn't know shit. So you get bombarded with information, and you think people are like had good intentions and have your best interests in mind, right? Man, all these content creators, all these people, whatever, who I don't even see anymore. I don't see anymore. You think that they're down for the cause. You know what I mean? Like, they're there to help you make money. Using this new innovative wave of technological advancement and with monetary energy, cryptocurrency, my goodness. Nothing the world has seen before, and people are just talking about it and making money, and then talking about how you can make money. And man, you start drinking that juice, you start drinking that Kool-Aid, you thinking everything is A-OK until it's not. Until it's stopped. Pardon me. You know, gas. We all do it, so don't act like you better. And then you realize how, damn, you experience a loss, a heavy loss, and how it hurts. And then you really want to do something. Either you do some more research to figure out how you could change what you did that was wrong. You can't go after anybody because they either exit scammed or, whatever. How can you do it? You're dealing with volatility from the actual whatever you got into and the people. It brings the worst out of people, man. You still talk about money. You're talking about money. Folks be trying to act like it doesn't change people. You know how money changes people? The countdown timers showed me all of that. The countdown timer. Why do you think the term FOMO exists, man? Make it make sense. When your heart rate just increases by that first second that something caught your interest and you trying to jump into something and there's a countdown time, you changed, man. You changed. So don't act like it doesn't change you. Don't act like money, the energy surrounding it, doesn't have an effect on you. It does, because you don't want to miss out on an opportunity to get a boatload of bread. Just be for real. If this is something that I don't care who agrees or not, because I just understand. Please miss me with the false, idealistic mores and values. And people, of course bullshit. It changes you. Now, the levels or the degrees could be different. It could differ. Absolutely. But make no mistake, when that first bead of sweat trickles down your eyebrow or your hand starts to tremble or get cold because you can't press that number fast enough to jump into some type of whatever's the launch timers, yeah. Please understand. You start, everything just becomes just one point. You block everything in the world out except it's you and your device and that timer. All that volatility taking place, but you got all this going on. You got all this going on, man. It's when people try to hide it that I have issue. Folks try to hide it. Maybe they're unaware. That's different. You can't. A person who knows doesn't suffer like the person who doesn't know. Best way for me to put it. A person who knows doesn't suffer like the person who doesn't know. But people can see, man. Look, man. That's why I try to be as open as I can to an extent, because I'm not an open book per se, not at all. But not even be as open as I don't see that that's that crypto talk, that volatility talk, transparent. You don't think transparency brings volatility? It's all about tomorrow. How were we born? Think about that. We were born out of volatility, man. Was the childbirthing experience from our mothers peaceful, painless, for the most part? Come on, man. Come on, man. So that's why I try to just, and not judge, man. Because I've been critical. I've been very critical. I've been very critical about certain things in life, and I'm trying, man. This is like a effort that I work on one moment at a time, right? Not to be so judgmental. I can't promise anything because I am very critical and all that. I'm critical of myself the most. Because I experience volatility. I'm not gonna pretend like it doesn't exist and live a life of lies. I respect it and I honor it. And that's why you could, when you hear people or when you see somebody, sometimes you feel like you could see right through them. It's because of the energy you carry. Or when you don't even, like it's a figure of speech. When you speak to somebody, or you hear someone talk, or you see somebody, you just, or you hear them talk, you don't even have to really see. You could hear what they're not saying. You understand? You have to use some of these things when you're dealing with human beings, especially when it surrounds money. And this is not financial advice. I'm not your freaking financial advisor. My financial advisor is the creator of this entire existence and universe. That's who my financial advisor is. There's no man on this or woman on this earth that will ever be my financial advisor. Never has been, never will. I just was born like that, out of extreme volatility. So some of these things you have to have you have to apply a certain lens when you're studying these things. When you're studying the activities, then you're studying the behavior. When you identifying patterns and all these trends. This is some of these things I've said for years. And maybe that can place you on a better footing, right? And just to explore what this tapestry of life has in offer, has in store for us, has to offer us. Seriously. And again, some of these things, I know it's gonna go, I don't know, I try not to, I speak the way I speak. And any listener who listens to these episodes, I value and I honor respectfully. Right? But if this goes above your head, play it over again. If everything I'm saying goes above your head, play it over again. Because maybe this was a little bit too volatile. Right? Take care.